What's going on, guys? We're out here on WR again, out in the desert, doing a little exploring. Plan was to come out for a little Sunday cruise, and I wasn't going to record this intro, but kind of like the last video, I was going through my loop I thought I was going to do, and I came across a little cool new trail to explore, so I took that one to the end, and just something else to see out here in the desert. So hope you guys enjoy this video. We made a couple friends, actually, midway through the ride. I was taking a break. A couple guys pulled up on a Beta 390RR and a Tenere 700. I was talking to those guys for a little bit. Exchanged phone numbers with the one gentleman who was from Canada, actually, and he was on a Beta 390. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We were supposed to have a dune video out. I apologize for those of you who were waiting for that one. Just the weather didn't work out. I explained more in the video, but no dune video on the Raptor. We got this one here in place. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate those of you that keep checking out the videos and coming back. The channel's really been growing a lot, man. It's humbling, honestly. Really appreciate everybody who watches all the content, comments and likes. So big shout out to you guys. I wouldn't keep doing this if people weren't watching, so it's been awesome. So today, man, nothing exciting. Just want to get out. It's Sunday. Got work tomorrow. Haven't ridden the dirt bike in, I don't know, about 10 days. And I just want to get out on a little cruise, to be honest with you. Clear the brain before the work week starts. Was supposed to do some dune riding, and I did on my Raptor 700. Went out on Friday early morning. Was supposed to ride Friday, Saturday, camp out Friday night, but the weather was horrible. Showers on and off. It was extremely windy, and we kind of rough camp it. We don't have a toy hole or anything to go into to kind of get out of the element. So at like 2 o'clock Friday, after a few hours of riding, we just decided to call it, and we all went our ways. Myself, Scott, and Larry came back home. So I got home really late Friday. Yesterday dealt with some family stuff, and tonight I'm supposed to go out to dinner over at my brother's house, but I got a few hours to kill this afternoon and wanted to just get out, clear the brain. Really one of those days, feel like I needed it. So that is what we're doing. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go, but it's going to be a slow, easy day. Just kind of cruise to clear the brain, and that's what the dirt bike, honestly, man, has really been good for. The quad too. You get out on the quads and do the same thing. For me, it's been the dirt bike lately because it's just so new. I'm so new to dirt bikes, and just been really enjoying it. Something different. I've only been on the dirt bikes for about 9 months now, so it's still like a new thing for me. New excitement. It hasn't worn off exactly. So every week I'm just itching to get back on the bike and ride. And we'll have some ATV content coming up soon too, for those of you wait for that stuff. Just out here cruising, clearing the mind. Dirt bikes, ATVs, whatever it is, off-road. Even getting out in your, four-wheel drive vehicle. Go do a little exploring. Solo is awesome, man. And I got a couple comments in my last video about riding solo and it's dangerous, you gotta be careful. And you're 100% right, those used to say that. You do have to be really, really careful. So, but man, it's nothing better than going out, doing some thinking. When you're riding too, you can't really think about much else. Just concentrating on the terrain, not wiping out, staying safe. So your brain tends to just focus on that stuff. Think about anything else. see all the sand here I'm going through? You guys will remember, and I'm still not 100% comfortable. This bike has helped me a lot with that. But the sand is, like I have said in past videos, like one of my biggest nemesis. Just the uncomfortable nature of going through it. Your tires kind of swirling around on you, but gotten a lot better with that. And it's just repetitiveness, man. Just keep doing things you're not comfortable with a little at a time. It's the only way you're going to get better at it. Not sure where that goes. I might have wanted to go see where that went. If anywhere. Let's go see. This is what's nice about going out by yourself. You can just do a little exploring. And probably I've been down that trail already, but there's so many trails out here I can't always remember. Where are we gonna go here? This might not go anywhere, honestly, but I don't remember. This goes out into this wash here, then dead ends, I believe. Yeah. So, all right, that's what I kind of thought, but we'll get her turned around. Turning around's a pain in the neck when you're short. I can tell you that much. Ah, see, stalled it. I think what I want to do is, that's like what an issue I have with this bike. Just where being a little bit tall is a pain in the neck and cumbersome sometimes. Thinking I might take the bike to local suspension guy here in Tucson and ZR1. Heard a lot of great things about him, and just have them soften up the suspension a tad, not too much, but just an initial part of the stroke. That's the only time it's a little bit stiff. It's like the little trail junk. Just kind of get rid of, soften it up there in the early part of the stroke, I think, but keep the bottoming out resistance, because I really like that about it. So, and then maybe have them lower the bike front and rear internally in the forks and the shock an inch. That would really that would bring me down to almost beta X trainer seat height. Not quite, but not 37.5 inches like it is now. Or get it down to the 36.5 ish. Maybe even an inch and a half lowering. I don't know. I'll talk to him, see what he feels will work. I don't want to lose so much travel where it affects what I'm doing. But I don't really do, like, I'm not doing supercross stuff, you know, motocross. I'm not jumping it. I'm not hitting doubles. I do some small jumps, you know, 2-3 footers. You know, I'm never off the ground more than that, 3 feet maybe. And I don't think that'll be a problem. If I lowered it a little bit, I don't think I'm going to lose so much suspension where I'm not going to be able to use it that way anymore. But it'll enable me to touch the ground, be a little more comfortable. I do not want to do the... I thought about trying it, but it kind of changes the whole geometry of the bike, the lowering link in the rear. That just lowers the rear. It doesn't do anything for the front. Now you have a rake where you'll sit like this kind of, And that just affects the geometry of the bike, which is not what I want to do. So let's see, I gotta get this gate open here. Continue out that way a little bit. I think this will drop me off to this dirt road, and then I can head that way up towards the mountains. So let me get through here. Get the gate closed back up. See how the WR, I mean, you can ride it in low RPMs. You don't have to keep it screaming like a lot of people think. It's happy going slow, no problem. Just the suspension is a tad on the stiff side on the initial part of the stroke, so even though they softened it up supposedly here for 2025, it's still a little firm on this little stuff. But it comes in really nice when you hit some bigger stuff. It just does never get unsettled. So if we can get rid of that little initial firmness, make it a little softer there, I think it'd be perfect. I don't know if that's just the spring rate thing. Could be. Spring rates, they say, are a little stiff, or some valving, but I'm not a suspension guru and I'm not doing the work myself, so best bet, drop it off to the suspension guy, let him tell me what he thinks. That's his job. Make it the way I want it. So and you'll see this trail is kind of rough, but with the dirt bike you can kind of pick your way through it, whereas if one difference with on a quad, you kind of gotta, you're stuck hitting some of those ruts with the full wheels, whereas the dirt bike you can kind of either go between them or around them, which when I first started riding was not something that made me feel any better, because I just freaked out over anything I've seen. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable going around and picking lines. It's a different art form on the dirt bike, picking a line, as opposed to picking lines on an ATV. See that deep sand in the turns there can be unsettling, but I'm really getting a lot better with that stuff. Also helps, we had a little bit of rain a couple days ago, so the sand is not as powdery as it typically would be. And again, I'm sitting through all this stuff, which I would not have been able to do with the stock seat, man. My rear end would be killing me already. But the soft guts racing seat is freaking mint, and I got the extra wide one. You guys didn't know that. A little bit wider width, so kind of, it's more like the seat on a Husky or a KTM, but softer now. But it's got that width now, as opposed to that really narrow round feel that it comes with standard on the Yamahas. Even the Hondas are really narrow. Sand here, just keep the RPMs up a little bit and sit back a little, kind of mows its way through it. Kind of hoping this drops me off where I wanted to. Get on a nice dirt road and then take a scenic cruise up to the mountains. Oh boy. Okay, we gotta go around that. Alright. See, on a quad, you'd be stuck either jumping over that or hitting it hard. But the bike, you can kind of go around that stuff. It's pretty cool. See that little choppy stuff right there, like we have like this little water runs across the trail. It's like these little, I call them like fingers, like little water ruts. It's the little tiny ones. Those are the ones where the forks are a little firm, like they just kind of chatter on them, or it needs to be softened up a little bit for that stuff. On all the big stuff, man, it just swells it. It's really good, really soft that way. And I have the clickers out too. Yep, I think this is dropping us off exactly where we want. Now this trail will keep going straight, but it's going to take us to a point where we're going to have to turn around anyway, so I kind of want to just do a loop today. Alright, through that gate. So, like I was saying, that way is going to be dead-endish. It kind of stops. Gets a little gnarly, if I remember correctly. And then stops in the sand wash. I think what I wanted to do was, well, go up that way, then there's a road, dirt road that makes a right, goes all the way up, and it kind of follows the ridge line. Alright. This is the way, I think. If I remember correctly. Yep. Really sandy and washboard in the beginning. I could use a drink break. Might stop up here ahead. It's a cool little spot to pull over. I think this is the spot right here on the right. I'm going to pull over here for a minute. All right. Break time. All right, just made a couple friends on the trail. Gentleman from Canada on a 390 Beta. They stopped over, they saw me taking a break, see if I was okay, which was really awesome of them. And another gentleman on a Yamaha Tenere 700. So, really cool. I'm still over here taking a break. Gonna have a snack, head back on the trail, get you back in GoPro mode. All right, so back in GoPro mode. That was really cool. Those two guys, talking to them, chatting with them quite a bit. I actually killed a bunch of time sitting in here bullshitting with them for a bit. One guy had that Beta 390 RR, really cool bike. He loved it. He said he got like 150 hours or something on it, and he said the only downside to that bike was the clutch. It goes through clutches. I don't know how common that is. I don't know a lot about the 4-stroke Betas. I know they're supposed to be great bikes, but he said he loves it, but it was ready for a clutch on it. He said like every 60 hours it needs a clutch, wears out clutches. But that other guy had a Tenere 700, and he's looking to get some more of a, you know, do-it-all dirt bike too, and he was eyeballing mine. I told him to go see Pablo over at Cochise Motorsports. So we're gonna head. They were actually coming from this way. They did the opposite route almost that I'm doing. I can't imagine doing this stuff on a big Tenere. Just a big heavy bike. But he said the suspension is unbelievably comfortable on that thing. It's just that it's big and heavy. So I'm going to take this to the end and then make a left, and that's going to basically follow the ridge line down to the main dirt road that takes me all the way back to my house. So I'll take you that far with me. Then I'm gonna go home, get cleaned up, get ready for dinner. But yeah, man, just gotta get out, enjoy the day sometimes, even if it's just a couple hours, just to clear that brain. You like camping too, there's a ton of that out here. I mean, you saw like the spot I was stopped at, and there's just a bunch of that out here, off the sides of the trails, a bunch of spots for camping. You can just come out, camp for the night. It's one thing I never did much of, is tent camping. Out here in the desert, there's so much wildlife that scares the hell out of me. I don't know how much I'd want to do it, to be honest with you. Rattlesnakes and mountain lions and coyotes. So turn. Now if I go right here, I did it several weeks ago, it'll take you down a long, windy, twisty road, and it dead ends. It used to go all the way through, but it's some private property that it goes through, and it got closed off years ago. So it only comes to, it's still a nice little fun little route if you want to go out back, but we're just going to do a loop today, so I'm going to take this way. Got some rough uphills, take them easy. But it's just beautiful scenic ride, man. Sometimes it's what it's all about. It's not about going out and going fast and being a daredevil. There's a time and place for that, but sometimes I just like to go out and cruise, check out the scenery. You go slow enough out here and you see some cool stuff. You see a lot of wildlife that you won't see if you just blaze through. There's a lot of wild turkey and all kinds of stuff you'll see. Go down this. These trails are actually really fun if you have like a 4x4 quads. Me and my wife used to do these a lot when I had my Renegade and my Scrambler. It's a lot of fun on those because it just eats up all this rough stuff like it's nothing. Go down here. That's where the suspension is awesome. You hit some of those big washouts, it just swallows it up. The gentleman with the Beta, the 390, he's a Canadian fella. He offered me to ride it. I declined. I don't like riding people's stuff, especially if I don't really know them. It's the last thing I need is take that thing up the road and drop it on the guy. Although he tells me he beats the hell out of it. He wouldn't have cared, but I'm just not that type of person. I don't like to do that, you know? So, this here is rough. Ugh. I know the camera makes everything flat, man, but there's a lot of... Ooh, this is a rough section. It's good. That was all downhill there, so it's easier doing that stuff going down. Just coast down it with the 4-stroke. Just the engine braking. Just gotta pick a line and go. There's one thing I didn't like when I had the Beta X trainer with the 2-stroke. It was the 2-stroke was fun and awesome for climbing stuff and lugging it. But going down hills and stuff like that, you had to really drag the brake a little more and stuff like that, where with the 4-stroke, like this bike particularly, has the perfect amount of engine braking. I wonder where that goes. And you don't really need to maybe we'll check out that. You don't need to worry about dragging the brakes, you can just go. Let's see what this is all about. No idea. So that's where. All right, we're in first gear here. Put in a soft map to see what's going on here with this stuff. I think it might be, oh, there's a camp spot. This might go to some private property, I don't know. Ooh, that's gnarly right there, huh? I think we can get down it and back up, though. Alright, yeah, not too bad. Alright, it's at that end, okay. Maybe not, maybe it does go up that way a little further. No idea where. Not sure if I'll go much further. I do gotta get home. This wasn't part of the planned route, but I can scope it out a little bit. This might be something to come back to again one day and just check this out. I don't know how much further I want to go. Like I was saying before, man, you always come across stuff you haven't seen before out here. Seems to be pretty cool. This might be fun to come back, check out. It might go all the way up. I don't know. There's some houses over there, so I don't know where this goes, but there's some dirt bike tracks there. I wonder if it was those guys. Oh, this is a little sandy. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's still going, this sucker. This might be really cool to come back to. I don't know if I'm gonna stay here much longer and do the rest. All right, this is gonna be the end of the road, folks. Oh yeah, I don't actually think it goes any further, to be honest, but let's see. Pretty cool though. Never knew this was here. I love finding new stuff. Place to put the bike down on would be great. That rock will help. Where's this going? Yeah, I think this is the end of the road here. It's probably just a wash, honestly, where the water runs down there. Although somebody's coming through here, you can see the bike tires. Oh, they turned around too. Okay. Those look like more dual sport, street oriented tires, so my hunch is might have been those guys, but that I already came across. So that's the end of the road for us here. That was pretty cool though. Check out. We'll head back out. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. There's some deep loamy sand right here, wow. Alright. Sand, man, makes it impossible to stop. This just keeps sliding. I get up here now for my stop. We'll see how we do. Alright. Yeah, and that's why I don't like to explore certain things by myself. You never know, man. You fall there, hit a rock, crack your elbow open. I don't have any elbow protection on. Something like that happens, being a problem out here by yourself. So, but it's still pretty cool. Check it out. How did we get around this before? Was this way? I don't think. I gotta be careful. Sometimes I got barbed wires going through those. You can't see them. All right. Second gear. See, first gear would have spun out too much there for me. First gear is really low on this. Second gear was pretty good on the blue map. Alright. Now this is the other way in that we saw passing it. Alright, we're back out on our dirt road. Alright, well, another interesting adventure. 2 videos in a row. Found the trail that we didn't know we would find. So, pretty cool. We'll just take this down. This will drop us off on our main dirt road that heads back towards my house. Stuff like that back there, it was a couple times, man, I almost dropped the bike because putting my foot down, I just can't reach that great. That's where I think getting the bike lowered a little might really help me. So that's the only time I have a problem. It's just like, you know, having to dab my feet and there's no ground below me. It's I feel like my control over the bike itself has gotten a lot better, especially since I first started 9 months ago, but lower seat height would definitely do nice. I think this is the end of the road. Now this long, boring dirt road is going to take me all the way back to my house. But there's an alternate route, which is this way, which is still a dirt road, but it's not like that where I got to worry about there's a lot of car traffic too, that people come flying, they think they're driving rally cars. So I'll probably take this path back, and we'll probably wrap this one up to end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed a little footage I provided in the video. I was planning on having a dune video out, like I said, on the quad in place of this one, but it just didn't work out. That's the way the cookies crumbled this weekend. So this is Joe at Odyssey Off-Road. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, and subscribe if you haven't. Plenty more content coming your way, so get out there, go off-road, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.